In today's video, I'm going to show you some great go-to gifts for musicians that will be sure to bring them some value this holiday season. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. What's up, everybody? My name's Jonah Crow, and as you can see, it's pretty much Christmas time here in 2020. And I know that a lot of people have musicians in their life, but maybe you are not sure what to get them. You don't know what they need, what they want. Maybe they don't even know. That's why I decided it was a good idea to make this video to show you what some good gift ideas would be for musicians. Now, this can apply to anyone from audio techs, drummers, guitarists, maybe just overall musicians, even like music teachers in your life, people of all age groups. These are some go-to gifts. And a couple of the criteria that I decided to go on when I was doing research for these gifts was one, that they be under $100. Now, there are a couple exceptions to this, such as the guitars, because it's kind of hard to find a really good guitar for under $100. Most things on this list are going to be under $100. Number two, they provide actual value. So these aren't going to be like shirts or like socks with guitars on them. These are some actual practical items that are going to give them lots of use and things that are actually going to help boost their careers, or at least like help them explore music a little bit more. So with that being said, let's hop over to the computer. I'm still, this hat's really uncomfortable. I gotta change this thing right here. That's a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so to kick this off, let's say that you're buying for a producer who's kind of just starting out. You're not really sure what to get them. Well, the most important thing that I usually recommend for producers just starting out is to get a good interface, because sometimes like plugging directly into the computer using USB mics, they always have latency issues. The best affordable interface that I found was the Behringer Euphoria. For $50, this thing has a mic and a line input. It has a separate line input, direct monitoring, and Behringer is a really reputable brand. I have two Behringer mixers just to my left right now. I absolutely love them. If you're looking for something a little bit beefier, the Focusrite Scarlett is always a good go-to. It's obviously more expensive at $110. However, this thing is going to last you a long time. I also have one of these, use it for one of my primary interfaces, and I absolutely love it. Another thing that they'll need is a good microphone. Now, there's lots of different microphones, and you can check out this other video if you want to know more about what good budget microphones you can get. But one very new microphone that's very unique that you can check out is the Neat Microphones Worker Bee. This one I have not tested out personally, but this has been taking the world by storm recently. It obviously has a very unique kind of color scheme and stuff like that, but for $90, I really don't know if you can beat this. This is an incredible sounding microphone for the price. I've heard it's really good for podcasting, and Sweetwater has a bundle where you can buy the microphone with a stand and a unbelievably beefy cable for $140. When you consider the fact that both my studio microphones I have cost over $200, genuinely I don't know if you can get many microphones this good for the price. If you want to know more about this microphone, check out this video that my buddy Nate Testa posted where he actually tested this out, and go give him a follow because he posts all kinds of amazing content. Okay, and continuing forward, let's say that maybe they want to do more digital production stuff. Maybe they're not as interested in audio production. Well, one thing that I love is the Akai MPD 218. Now, as you've seen in many of my videos, I personally rock one of these, and I recommend the crap out of it. For the price, $119, but this thing is basically plug and play. It's fully customizable, and it has the Akai pads that have been a classic. The Akai pads have been used in all kinds of popular drum machines, including the MPC, which basically helps shape modern music production. So this is a great introduction to beat making. And if you need something a little bit more diverse, again, going with Akai Professional MPK, which is a little bit of a keyboard. We got some mini keys here. They're not gonna be like full keys. Some of those Akai pads. We've got some knobs, and that little red thing is like a little joystick that lets you like modulate things. And it's super small. This will fit in your backpack for the same price as the Akai MPD. So it's much more of a diverse option if they're just interested in general music production. Now, of course, none of this is gonna be useful without some recording software. Now, the thing about some of these things is they actually come with some software. You go back to the Focusrite, it comes comes with Ableton Live Lite. Most of these will come with some free software, but let's say that they have some of this stuff, but they need some good software. Well, Ableton Live 10 Intro. Super great software. If you have a little bit more money and you have a Mac, I would definitely recommend Logic Pro, but again, that's like $200. So for more than half the cost, you can get Ableton Live 10, and you can add this on a Mac or a PC. And it comes with 1,500 sounds, 16 tracks each, 8 scenes, 4 software instruments, 29 effects, and 5 content packs. And you can always download more. Ableton Live 10 Intro, best off with the price in my opinion. A really good option for that Christmas present. And maybe they don't even have, I know a lot of people today don't even have computers. So let's say that the person wants to get into recording, but they just have like their phone or an iPad. You can still get them some great recording stuff. Right here we have the Rode Video Mic MEL, iPhone, iPad mic. Now this is a little bit more of a video mic than a recording mic. It's not like a big studio mic like what you see in the background there. But honestly, while the iPhone, it has a decent microphone, I've been discovering that even my iPhone 12 Pro Max, while the camera is unbelievable, the microphone leaves a little bit to be desired. So if they want to be doing some really professional stuff with their iPad or iPhone, this is a good option. Very cool. And Rode, you know, I have a little Rode connected to my neck right here. So I trust Rode. But let's say that they want something a little bit more beefy, something they can hook up an actual microphone to and use it with like GarageBand or something like that. IK Multimedia iRig Pro. Now I personally own this and I've used this to record anywhere. It's battery powered, it comes with all these different kinds of cables. So you can plug a keyboard into it, you can plug a guitar into it, you can plug a microphone into it, you can plug your headphones into it. It's unbelievable. I know it's a little bit more expensive, but truly this is one that's going to last you a long time. And like I said, this is battery powered. You can take it anywhere. I literally took this with like a guitar and a microphone into a tree, and I actually recorded a full song in a tree, people. I could not think of anything else you could do that with. So highly recommend this. And if you combine this with GarageBand, which most iPhones and iPads come with, but if yours didn't or if you deleted it, then it's like $15. And it comes with amazing sounds. It's basically a full-fledged recording software on your phone. Check out this video if you want to know more about GarageBand. Now let's say that the person you're buying the gift for is more interested in live music, which I don't know why they are, because you know there's no live shows happening anyway. But let's just say that they are. Always a classic go-to is a Shure SM58. This microphone has shaped live music for decades. This is the most recognizable microphone on the planet. There's all kinds of knockoffs you can buy. This is the original. These mics are sturdy. You could throw them off a building and they'd still probably work. They sound really good too. So if you are trying to get them a professional live microphone, always recommend the SM58, especially for the price of $90. Can't beat that. Maybe they want like a little PA system. I know that a lot of students I hear talk about how they want to hear themselves. They want to practice with a PA system, or maybe they want something they can go play on the street corner with. Well, a great option for that I found is this, again, Behringer. Love me some Behringer. The Behringer MPA 40BT portable PA system. Oh, what a mouthful, but look at this thing. I mean, and this one also comes with a microphone. Can't say that I recommend the microphone, but if you're just looking for an overall pack, especially for the price, the fact that this comes with a microphone is, you know, a little bit of a deal sweetener. It's a portable sound system, 2 XLR/line inputs, which means you can plug a microphone or a guitar into either one of those channels. It has bass and treble controls. It has Bluetooth, so you could actually like connect your phone via Bluetooth into this speaker system, which is pretty cool. This is a, you know, expensive, but a great option nonetheless. Now we're gonna move into more of my realm, which is guitarists. So let's say that you got a guitarist in your life, don't know what they want, can't afford too much, get them a Snark. Oh, I love Snarks. I own so many of these. They come in all kinds of different colors. They come in blue, they come in black. I'm pretty sure they have a silver one. But I picked the red one because it has this display, which you can see has these very tight ticks on there, which allow you to tune a little bit more accurately. I've personally owned the red one. The red one was my favorite. And 13 I mean, $13, that's a stocking stuffer right there. So highly recommend. Another thing, GHS Fast Fret or Tone Finger String Lubricant. I personally use Fast Fret. I used to use this. It was just kind of a little bit more of a pain. But the point of both of these is they're going to clean your strings. They can keep the strings in better condition for longer periods of time. They'll also feel way better. So a lot of students, when they're learning, they complain about their fingers hurting. Or even me, if I'm playing for hours and hours and hours, my strings might feel a little grimy. All you gotta do is just rub some of this string lubricant on there and it feels significantly better. Either one of these honestly is gonna work great. And for $6, $5, you can't go wrong. And another thing is, let's say they want to start learning how to, replace their own strings. It's a pain in the butt to do it without tools. So this is a multi-tool. I own multiples of these. You can see. So there's the peg winder, there's the string clipper, and then the bridge pin puller. And it works great. I know I keep this in my guitar case so that on the fly, if I'm at a gig, I need to change strings, I can do that. So that's another great option. Now that's pretty much the best. You can also get capos, stands, and stuff like that. Picks. The problem is with picks and strings is that guitarists can be pretty picky about those, no pun intended. So the only thing that I would recommend in the realm of picks is V-picks, because they are so unique that, they don't compare to anything. These are handmade in Nashville, and they are obviously expensive for picks, considering most picks cost like 30 cents a pop, and these are like $5, $7. But you know what? These are some of the most amazing picks you'll find. They last a long time. They're way more likely to lose it than it is to break. They're also much easier to grip because they're made out of a special material. And the coolest thing about them is they have different tones. So in terms of picks and strings, I'm not gonna even recommend strings. So in terms of picks, the only thing I would recommend is just checking out vpicks.com and just seeing what you can find on there. Maybe just get them a variety pack. Okay, now let's say that you got a little bit more of a budget, and let's say that they don't have a guitar yet. There's two guitars that I would recommend. Now, it's not impossible, obviously, to get a good guitar for under $100 or even under $200, but long term, it's probably not going to be a very well built or quality guitar that's going to carry them into when they are eventually maybe gigging. So these two guitars are ones that are going to carry on from when you're a beginner into an intermediate, maybe light gigging musician. For an electric guitar option, the one that I always recommend to students is the Squier Affinity Series Butterscotch Blonde Telly. Now this does come in different colors if you don't like the butterscotch blonde. We got a sunburst, but the butterscotch blonde is one that I personally recommend just because this is one I've actually used. My brother had this same exact guitar and I learned on it. And if you ever see my Telecaster, the body of that Telecaster is actually the same body as this guitar. I just stripped it down and, refinished it a little bit myself when I built that Telecaster. $230, it's not bad, and it plays incredibly. It comes in a left-handed model. Highly, highly recommend this guitar. And if you want an acoustic guitar, Ibanez is a super great beginner to intermediate model acoustic guitar manufacturer. These last a long time. And look at that beautiful top. For $229, the same price as the Telecaster, you're getting a super high quality acoustic. Oh my God, look at that. That's beautiful. You can't argue with that. Okay, so now let's move on even further. Let's say maybe you have a percussionist or a drummer or maybe even a bassist in your life. A big thing with percussion and bass is obviously rhythm. So one thing you should check out is the Soundbrenner Pulse Vibrating Metronome. Now I know a lot of people hate metronomes, but I'm going to stand by metronomes to the end of my life because they are so valuable for musicians of all levels to learn. Specifically a vibrating metronome. You can put on your leg, put on your arm, your wrist obviously, and you can hook up multiple. And what it does is it connects to an app on your phone and then it just vibrates. It's easy. $75. I don't know much about drums because I used to be a drummer back in middle school and stuff like that, but I don't know much about current drum stuff. So I actually called my buddy, again, Nate Testa, go check him out. And he gave me some great suggestions for things that you can get drummers for Christmas. Lowboy custom beaters are one thing he said. These are wooden beaters. Some of them have felt on them. All of these are under, it looks like they're under 50. There is one for $50. They're all super affordable. And apparently they sound incredible. So Lowboy Custom Beaters is one to check out. Another company to check out is Snareweight. Now apparently Snareweight has some really cool things that can really bring out your snare, like the M80. And one thing that Nate specifically recommended is the Speedy Drum Key. I don't know anything about it personally, but Nate recommended this. Again, you can go check his account out and he talks about the Speedy Drum Key. $15, can't go wrong with this, stocking stuffer. And I'm sure it's gonna help out drummers because drummers really need to be tuning their drums. drums. Big Fat Snare Drum is another one you can check out. They're donut type things you put on your snare drums. They get rid of some of the extra resonance. It can really change the vibrations of your snare and make it sound really cool. They have these that actually have some prints on them. They have this one that's pepperoni pizza. That's the one that I would want if I was a drummer. The Tiger King himself, people. Look at all of these. Oh my God, these are amazing. For $30. $30. And these are gonna make your snare sound incredible. Big Fat Snare Drum, go check them out. Creative Percussion is another one he suggested. Look at all, these are like handmade. See, they've got all these things that honestly I personally know nothing about. I don't know what a Moonraker is, but that looks hella cool. So all these incredible out-of-the-box percussion things, most of these are under $50. One that Nate specifically suggested is the Drum Taco overtone control. So, you know, if you've seen the drummers put their wallets on their snares, it basically does that. $20, and it's specifically designed for it, so it's gonna work much better than a wallet. The last suggestion we had was stack ring percussion. Now these are handmade from old cymbals. We got different like stacks, chain gate, there's a bell sizzle. These are all handmade from old cymbals. All this good stuff. I think that these are some amazing options because especially these are handmade. And look at these. I would get these just for the art. I don't even have a drum set. So those are some great options for drummers. And there are millions of other things you can get them. These are just the very basic things for, you know, the producers, singers, guitarists, bassists, for the drummers. You know, there's so many other things that you could dive into, but these are covering the basics. And if you want to know more about these without having to look them up, go check the description where I'll be posting the actual links for these items. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to the channel because I'm posting content like this regularly and I love helping out up-and-coming musicians. If you want to help support me and keep this content flowing, please consider becoming a Patreon subscriber. Patreon is this incredible platform where I get to post exclusive videos, merch that no one can get except for my patrons, and other exclusive content just for Patreons. My tiers start at $2 a month and you can start at any time. And there's gonna be more announcements about this, but I'm having a special merch deal for the holidays coming up. So if you want to know more about that, go follow Jonah Kroll Music on Instagram or Facebook if you want to stay up to date with that. Maybe even get a chance to win some free merch. Other than that, my name is Jonah Kroll. Happy holidays.